I'm about to show you a handful of overlooked Amazon KDP book niches that are quietly pulling in over $23,000 per month combined, and hardly anyone is talking about them. So if you're looking for a real way to make passive income online, one that I can vouch for because I've been doing it for the past 6 years, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you underrated KDP niches that most people skip over because it's not trending or not flashy. But the truth is, these niches sell very well and they can be highly profitable and well worth the effort. I spent months, if not years, researching and finding out what works and what doesn't, filtering out saturated trends and narrowing down niches that have real long-lasting potential. I'm not just guessing here, these niches actually sell and that I'd personally bet on heading into Q4 and beyond. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, the first of these underrated KDP niches is gonna be the Gratitude and Prayer Journal. If we take a look at some of these books on the first page, you're gonna notice a lot of these books that are not KDP books. These are from bigger publishers, and I know that because when I hover over it under publisher, it doesn't say independently published. Well, this one does. This one, although is ranked at 802,000, but if you scroll down some more here, you're going to see mixed in with these big publishers are going to be KDP books. For example, this one right here, Prayer Journal for Women, independently published, ranked at 16,000. This is a very, very low rank, very high performing book. And if we keep scrolling down, we're going to have another one right here ranked at 500,000. This one right here ranked at 72,000. And then this one right here, a bestseller, ranked at 7,342. And if we scroll back up to the top, I always use Titan's Quick View. This is a plugin that I use. You can download for free. We see that total results is over 2,000. Now that's a little bit competitive for my liking. However, this is the type of niche that I would consider running ads for because it's going to give me the ability to boost my book's rankings right then and there without having to wait organically for the books to climb up the pages. And with a niche score of 68, even Titan's Quick View sees this as a niche that has a lot of potential. Now, if you want a niche that's a little bit less competitive, but it's still basically the same niche, well, we can niche down a little bit and we can get Prayer and Gratitude Journal for Women. Total results 1,518 with a niche score of 68. So all still very good metrics. And you're going to see pretty much the exact same types of books on the first page here. So this is one that you can go after that is slightly less competitive. Now, if we take a look at this book, this is that #1 bestseller, Prayer Journal for Women, 52-week scripture guided prayer notebook for women of God. 4.7 out of 5 rating, 82% is a 5-star, so very, very good book. And this one is 122 pages. If we look at the description, we can see 7 sections on different topics of faith. So God wants you to know Him, let go and let God, love, faith, courage, forgiveness, purpose. And this book has a price point of $9.99, which is good to see because of that new Amazon price change where any book below $9.99 gets their royalties slashed. Now, if I look at this graph, I just want to see how it sells overall. And so as we can see, there are ups and downs with this book, but it actually sells pretty well year round. I think it sells very, very well around Christmas time, holidays, and probably around Easter. Now, if we look at the A+ content, we can take a peek at the interior of this book. Not really that much going on here, but if we go ahead and look at the sample. So here's one page, reflection and highlights. I'm thankful for, things on my mind. As you can see, not very hard to create this type of interior. And if we check out the images in the reviews, we can actually see more of the interior. So this can give us more of an idea how to create this type of book. So if we take that bestsellers rank of 7,342 and plug it into this KDP book sales calculator, we can see estimated book sales to be about 32 units per day, almost 1,000 units per month. And if we go ahead and grab our calculator, I'm going to plug in 960 right here for the units per month, multiply that by the number that we're going to get here from KDP's royalty calculator. So I put in all of the information, paperback, black and white interior, 8.5 by 11 inches, 122 page count, $9.99, submitted that, and we see on the Amazon.com marketplace an estimated royalty of $2.92. So if we take our calculator and multiply the 960 by $2.92, we're going to get $2,803 per month in estimated royalties coming from this one book. Now, if you want to get started on creating this interior, you could go to a site like Creative Fabrica and look for this interior, 2026 Gratitude and Prayer Journal. This one is Canva editable, so you can actually download this and you can modify these interiors to make them your own and basically build a custom gratitude and prayer journal without having to create it from scratch. So if you want to check out this interior, I'm going to leave a link to Creative Fabrica down below. Now, the next underrated KDP niche that we have is called the cursive handwriting workbook. Now, right away, the first thing I see, niche score of 80, very, very high. And when I click on the Titans Pro analysis, we can see even on demand, very high at 7, as well as the opportunity here with a 9, which is the highest number that you can get. If we go and look at the results, 2,161, that's a little bit competitive. Yes, I know, but we can run ads to these books. And if you want to learn how to run ads to your books, go ahead and click on the marker up top for a video that I made to help you start running ads on your KDP books. Now, if we look at some of these books, we can see this one right here, #1 bestseller, ranked at 797. That's a best-selling book. We have another one bestseller right here, ranked at 2,845. Another bestseller ranked at 4,152, and another bestseller ranked at 5,176. And that's not it. We have even more. This one, another bestseller, ranked at 7,235. Even this one right here, ranked at 15,885. So these are very high profit, very lucrative types of books. And we see multiple cases of this. Example, this one, my first cursive workbook, ranked at 23,000. And just scrolling through the rest of this first page, there's just a lot of books that are selling very well. Now, if you want a little bit of a less competitive niche in this space, you can go after the cursive handwriting workbook for kids. We see total results a lot lower, 1,296. But the niche score is still very high at 73. And we see an average bestsellers rank of 75,000. And you're going to see a lot of the same books here as the previous niche. So if you want something a little bit less competitive and you're going to have a better chance at getting your book ranked on the first page, then consider going after this niche, after this keyword. Now let's take a look at this book. This is called Cursive Handwriting Workbook for Kids, 3-in-1 writing practice book to master letters, words, and sentences. #1 bestseller badge, 4.7 out of 5 rating, 79% a 5-star. This one's priced at $10.99, 110 pages, and your typical 8.5 by 11 inch size for this type of book. Now, if we look at the A+ content, here are some of the interiors. As you can see, very simple. A bunch of lines, not that hard to create. But the fact is that these are high profit books because the demand is very, very high right now. Now, taking that bestsellers rank of 2,845, we see estimated book sales about 68 units per day, which is about 2,000 book sales per month. So once again, let's take our calculator, type in 2,040. We're gonna multiply that by the number that we get here from the royalty calculator, which with the 110 page count, list price of $10.99, that is an estimated royalty of $3.72. So let's go ahead and put that in here. And we're gonna get a grand total of $7,588 per month in estimated royalties coming from this one simple book. The next underrated KDP niche that we have is called the Color by Number activity book for adults. Now, total results a little bit high, 3,000. This is a perfect niche to actually use KDP ads. And I'm going to show you why, because the profit potential here is very, very high. But I'm also going to show you an easy way to create this type of book. Now, Titans Quick View still says niche score 64, which is still pretty high. And when we look through the books on the first page, look at this #1 bestseller ranked at 1,218. This one right here ranked at 18,000. And this one right here ranked at 225,000. And if we take a look at the #1 bestseller in this space, this is called the 100 Quest Color by Number Squares, Triangles, Hexagons, Circles, Color Quest Activity Book for Adults. We can see very simple, just a bunch of squares, grids, and numbers inside. And you basically just use the color light blue, number 16, and just fill in these numbers corresponding to the color with the number right here on this page. And although it may seem like this is hard to create, I'm going to show you a very, very easy way to create this. From the A+ content, we can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So here is the actual interior for the customer. And then when they fill it out, this is what it should look like. So a few examples here. Now, if we take that bestseller's rank of 1,218, plug it into the book sales calculator, look at this. Estimated book sales, 127 units per day and per month. That's almost 4,000 books every single month. So let's go ahead and use our calculator here. Type in 3,810 and let's multiply that by the number we get from the royalty calculator here. 204 page count, $11.99. That's going to be $2.73 estimated royalty. So let's plug that in here and we're going to get over $10,000 per month coming from this one single book. Now, if you're interested in creating this type of book, you can check out this color by number software. I'm going to leave a link down below. As you can see, all you have to do is choose a picture and it's going to generate that color by number page instantly. And there you go. Once you click here, you can see that it turns it into an instant page for your KDP book. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below. The next underrated KDP niche we have is called the Money Savings Challenge Book. So this one, the total result is going to be a little bit lower here, a little bit less competitive. 1,244, but look at that niche score, 89, very, very high. And if I click on the Titans Pro analysis, we can see demand very high and opportunity extremely high at 9. So there's a lot of potential here. The first thing that you'll notice is there's a lot of these types of listings here that are not KDP books, which is actually a good sign because a lot of these KDP books are showing up for this search term. For example, this one right here ranked at 89,000. And then if we keep scrolling down, another one right here ranked at 31,000 and some more here. This one ranked at 68,000 and then a few more, 600,000, 62,000, 69,000. So as you can see, it's mixed in with a lot of different types of products, which is actually very good to see. Now, if we check out this book called Low Income Savings Challenge Book, this one has a 4.5 out of 5 rating, 76% 5-star with a price point of $9.99. And through here, we can see exactly what is included in the book. So 5 pages of each, save $100 in 30 days, just a bunch of challenges that you can create. And if we check out the A+ content, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Very easy type of book. And this one is let's save $200 in 30 days. All you have to make sure is all of these numbers total equal up $200 because I made that mistake the first time I made this book is that I didn't actually add up all the numbers to equal $200 or let's say $400. So really just have to be creative with it. Just make it fun for the customers. This one is in a jar. This one is for houses. Now, if we check out that bestsellers rank, 31,294, not too bad. That's an estimated 270 book sales per month. So let's go ahead, put that in our calculator here, 270. And we're going to multiply that by $3.53. That's from the $9.99 price point, 122 page count, 6x9 trim size. So when we plug that in, that's going to be about $1,000 per month coming from this very, very simple book. The next underrated KDP niche that we have is called the Garden Bold and Easy Coloring Book. Now, the Bold and Easy Coloring Book has been a craze lately, so obviously I need to include it in this list. However, this one's going to be more underrated because look at the total results, 690. This one is going to be based off of the garden theme. Niche score 58, so still very decent. And if we look through the first page, disregarding these sponsored products, we have this one from a big publisher ranked at 1,499. We have this one 2,405, 993, 18,000. This one is 400,000. This one is 125,000. And then we have this one right here ranked at 400,000. And then this one right here doing very, very well, 21,000, as well as this one, 291,000. So there's a lot of potential here for this niche. If you check out this one, it's called Bold and Easy Plants and Flowers Coloring Book. This one nearly has a 5-star rating. 85% is a 5-star. Priced at $9.99, 83 pages. So this one, only 40 illustrations. I've showed many times how to create this type of book. I have a lot of videos on the Bold and Easy coloring book niche. Now the A+ content, we can see the reason I love these books, very, very simple interiors, very simple coloring pages. This is something that art generators can create pretty easily and pretty professionally. If you want to know the one that I like, it is linked down below under Create Coloring Books Fast. Now taking a look at that bestsellers rank, 21,999, that equates to about 13 units per day, an estimated 390 book sales per month. So once again, if we get our calculator, multiply 390 by the number we get here, which is $3.15. That's from the 85 page count at $9.99 with the trim size of 8.5 by 8.5 inches. And we are going to get over $1,200 per month coming from this one coloring book. You've just seen a group of simple, underrated KDP niches that are quietly pulling in $23,000 a month combined. They're not flashy, they're not trendy, they're just smart niches that stack up royalties over time. If this video helped you see what's possible, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Also drop a comment, let me know which one of these niches you're thinking about publishing in, and grab my free KDP royalty roadmap. It's linked down below, and it walks you through how to turn these niches into daily steady passive income. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.